The immune system is a highly sophisticated system of biological structures and processes that protects our bodies against disease. To function properly, it needs to detect a wide variety of pathogens, everything from viruses to parasitic worms, and then distinguish enemy agents from the body's own healthy tissue. Research has shown that individuals who partake in regular exercise are much less likely to get sick and have better functioning immune systems in general. However, too much exercise can actually have the opposite effect, causing your body to become run down and less likely to recover from an illness. A moderate amount of exercise each week increases the expression of white blood cells called macrophages. These cells are especially crucial in a person's recovery from respiratory tract infections, and evidence exists that during exercise, these cells circulate faster through the body, scooping up harmful bacteria and viruses along the way. Exercise also blunts the release of stress hormones, which increase the likelihood of developing infections common in our environment. Exercise diminishes stress hormones by promoting the release of endorphins and mood and health-enhancing natural hormones. Interestingly, the rise in body temperature that occurs following an exercise session can mimic the environment a fever creates when the body is fighting infections. Coupled with the increased flow of white blood cells, recovery is typically hastened. On the other hand, too much exercise increases your susceptibility to infection and illness. Research has shown that athletes who train more than 90 minutes per session, incorporate many high-intensity movements, or train multiple times a day are at an increased risk of becoming ill. This occurs because the levels of stress hormones outweigh the effects of beneficial health-promoting hormones, resulting in a state of chronic inflammation. The period of susceptibility is typically 3 days following a workout. For best results in boosting immunity, limit moderate intensity workouts to no more than 60 minutes. You can exercise when you have an illness above the chest, like a cold, but do not exercise when you have a full body illness that includes vomiting or body aches, as your immune system is already taxed and cannot handle the burden of further recovery. Make sure to have ample recovery time between heavy workload workouts and apply periods of active and passive recovery. In active recovery, you still work out, but back away from the intensity by using slower forms of exercise. For example, if you run marathons, active recovery would involve walking or playing a favorite sport, such as tennis, to allow the body to recover from the intense activity or muscle soreness. On the other hand, passive recovery means no exercise at all. Instead, rest, massages, and heat and ice therapy. Both aspects are important for a well-functioning immune system. Exercise is an important tool to optimizing your health. However, the key to harnessing its benefits is to strike a balance between too little and too much and knowing when to back off.
All right. Today we're going to take care of your heart health, give you some cardiovascular conditioning that's really going to amp things up. High-intensity interval training is one of the greatest ways to promote fat burning and take care of your heart at the same time. It is fantastic, but you got to put the right effort in. We are going to work hard for 3 movements. We're going to go 3 rounds. You're going to do 10 reps as hard out as you can of the movement, and then take a quick 10 breath break and then get into the next movement right away. Remember, 3 movements, 3 rounds. It's going to be your pace because it's going to take you a different amount of time to get through the 3 movements than it might take somebody else, but that's okay. The biggest aspect here is that you work as hard as you can for those 10 reps, only take a short 10 breath break, and then get right back into the next movement, completing this as fast as you possibly can, putting as much effort into the movements. That's what's going to help boost the oxygen levels within your cells for an extended period of time that will boost your metabolism for hours to come. That is the beauty of high-intensity interval training. So let's look at the 3 movements really quick. The first one is just a simple burpee, but I'm going to change it up on you a little bit. So, standing upright, squat down low, jump back far. We're going to pull. So when you pull, you got to keep your core tight. Lift one arm off, throw the elbow all the way straight back and up, pinching the shoulder blades together, put it back down, pull the other arm, jump back up, and explode into the air. Land soft back down into another deep squat and jump back into a plank. So we're taking out the push-up and just putting in a quick row on each side. We want to work our back muscles, and that's going to let us do it. The next movement is a dive bomber. This is great for triceps and delts. So up high, dip down low, come up through, and push up high. Back through the same way you came. That's 1. Up, 2. Pretty simple movement. You want to make sure those elbows stay tucked in tight, and you'll really get a great tricep workout out of this, as well as working the shoulders and the traps as well. So stay in good form on that one, and you'll be in good shape. The last movement we're going to work on core is a jackknife. So arms up over your head, fold up and touch your toes. Fold up and touch your toes. If you're having trouble with this movement, you can start here. Do a simple V-up. That'll work as well. If you do the simpler V-up, make it 20 reps instead of just 10. But if you're sticking to the jackknives, 10 reps will work perfectly. Let's get into it and do it right away. We're gonna go 3 rounds. Try and keep pace with me, but ultimately get the 10 reps in and get a quick 10 breath break before going on to the next movement. Are you ready? Burpees with the row. Row, row. Jump up, jump high. Down, row, row. Jump back up, high. Land soft, row, row. Jump up, row, row. Jump up, high. Land soft. Halfway. Exhale as you jump up. One more. Good. Get 10 deep breaths in, just at a normal pace. And then we're going to do dive bombers. Nice and relaxed. Exhale. Focus here on breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. When you feel that heart rate relax just enough to start going again, or you get through 10 breaths, go ahead, get down, and do your dive bombers. Push the butt up high, keep the elbows in tight as you duck down and through, and then back up the same way you came. 2, 3, 4. Keeping those elbows in tight. 6, 7. Exhale as you're pushing up. Great. Get your quick breather in. Few seconds. Good 10 breaths. Lay down on the mat, the floor, and get ready for jackknives. Hands up over your head. On this one, exhale as you crunch up. Here we go. Great. 10 quick reps. Pump them out as quick as you can. Stand up, stay loose. Get a couple of deep breaths in there. 10 for good measure. Get that heart rate just barely relaxed. And then we're gonna go right back into it. Start burpees again. We got 2 more rounds. Let's do it. Row, row, up, jump, down, row, row, up, jump, laying soft. Row, row, up, row, row, up, row, row. Halfway. Pull the elbows back, strong. Pinching the shoulder blades together. All right, relax. Get that heart rate back down. These short intervals is what's doing all the good for you. But you have to push yourself. You have to work hard. Couple breaths. Let's do dive bombers. Down, push back into it. Dive through. 2, 3, 4. Keep the elbows in tight. Exhaling with the presses up. Great. Get that breather. Quick 10 breaths. And we'll get back into jackknives. On the ground, on your backs, hands up over your heads. Here we go. Hands and feet touch the ground. Exhaling as you crunch up. Great movement for the core. Really focus on that exhale as you crunch towards your feet. Get some good breaths in. Keep the muscles loose. One more round, and you've done a lot of good for yourself already. Pat yourself on the back, but get up and keep moving with me. Ready? Burpees with the row. 2, 3. Drive those elbows back hard. Squeeze the muscles. Halfway. All right, get your breaths in. Good hustle. 2 more movements. Go ahead, get down on the ground. Get ready for the dive bombers. Push back, dive through, elbows tight to the sides. Pump them out as fast as you can. Exhaling as you press up. Last one. All right, get that quick breather in. Get ready for the jackknives. Woo, it is hot here today. I'm sweating, it feels good. Lie back, hands up over your head. 10 jackknives and we're done. Ready, go. Perfect. That is exactly the kind of high intensity set that will really make a big difference in your heart health and your fat burning. It's going to keep your metabolism going for hours longer while you're at rest. That increased oxygen absorption is going to be working for you for the rest of the day. So feel good about it. Pat yourself on the back. And remember, simple high intensity workout like this that you can do anywhere is going to keep you in fantastic shape.